Good job, Phillies. Good job, Phillies. Man, that's what I like to see. David Hale in that important situation. Throwing a wild pitch. Extra innings. 1 out. Wild pitch. And that's how the Cardinals win the ballgame. That's what I love to see. That's definitely what I love to see. Also, what else I like to see from this ballgame? Roman Quinn. Yeah, Roman Quinn. And also, Odubel Herrera. What the fuck were those two doing in the outfield today? And granted as well, the lineup today wasn't the best because you're missing Bryce Harper and Didi Gregorius because of what happened last night. Thank God they're both okay. But then you're dealing with a bottom of the lineup that has Odubel Herrera, Roman Quinn, and Scott Kingery. Yeah, I know both Quinn and Kingery got hits today. Odubel still hasn't had a hit yet, so yeah, your center field problem isn't fixed. And definitely it wasn't expected to be fixed when he got called up, but still, it's really ugly. It's really ugly. And what transpired in that goddamn 5th inning and that bottom of the 10th inning, just ugly. Just so ugly. I feel bad for Aaron Nola, even though he definitely did throw that meatball, hanging curveball right to Matt Carpenter. But there are so many things that transpired to that home run is where I don't blame Aaron Nola as much as maybe some other people will. He definitely deserves some share of that blame because he did throw the pitch right down the middle to Carpenter. But there's other things that went around in that inning which led to that home run, which I find more problematic than Aaron Nola, because I felt like Aaron Nola, besides that one mistake that he made, was great today. Even though the fastball command wasn't there, he was definitely using the off-speed more, the changeup, the curveball, and hey, he was dealing today with that. He definitely was. Wish the fastball was a little bit better, but he got his job done. Sadly, he just made his one mistake. And granted, that Aaron Nola does have that one mistake normally every game, but still, he kept you in the ball game, and JT Realmuto, basically the only bat. Andrew McCutchen came up clutch. Alec Boehm had a couple of hits in today's ball game as well. Nick Maton, same thing. But still, that just bottom part of the order of Odubel Herrera, Roman Quinn, Scott Kingery, those guys aren't going to do jack shit. They just aren't. And it's ridiculous at this point. Because I know we don't have Harper, we don't have Didi. You really basically have no other choice, and you're also going up against a left-hander on the mound in Kim today. So that added to where you had that extra righties in the lineup for those positions. But just not entertaining, just not fun, just very frustrating. Oh yeah, and Hector Neris got our revenge. We got our revenge in that 9th inning against Nolan Arenado. Hector Neris plunked him in that 9th inning. Everyone was happy about it. You know what I am not happy? We didn't get the fucking win. I would rather, the best revenge is to get the goddamn win. And you didn't do it. Oh, you get your morale victory because you plunked one of their best players because they plunked us yesterday. Big whoop. You didn't win the goddamn ball game, and that's where it matters. It doesn't matter your goddamn pride in hitting the other batter. I know I was somewhat thinking that yesterday, but that's still a very old school mentality way of thinking, and it needs to stop. It definitely does. It just, thank God Neris wasn't thrown out of the ball game for that, and he got out of the job in the 9th inning. He was dealing. Basically, the only thing he did was plunk Nolan Arenado. But still, everyone was applauding it. That's just a mindset that has to go away. You can't just be thinking about getting revenge here, and there because they did this. I understand they plunked your star player yesterday in the face. Thank God he's okay. But the better revenge is to win this goddamn series. And you know why? You haven't won a goddamn 4-game series on the road since 2017. And in most cases, yes, I would take the split. But when you lose a series to the goddamn Colorado Rockies, this series win was mandatory, and you didn't do that. You got 3 wins on the road, and you got 3 losses. So basically, you go even on this road trip, which is not acceptable. Only thing that's, thank God for this team, is that the rest of the NL East is not basically around the same boat as the Phillies are. So the Phillies are lucky in this situation that no one in this division right now is running away with it. Basically, every team is kind of in the same mix, so I guess that works to the Phillies' benefit, but it also kind of does suck because everyone's in the same position, so it's a perfect chance for the Phillies to try and take this and go somewhere, but, it's the goddamn Philadelphia Phillies, and they're insanely frustrating. Just really frustrating. Because offense, you got so many runners on base today. You went 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. You left 7 on base. Rhys Hoskins, not a good day at the plate. He left 4 runners on. Odubel Herrera still hasn't gotten a hit yet. He left 4 runners on base as well. So, yeah, we're now coming up with clutch with runners in scoring position. JT Realmuto can't do all of the goddamn work. He just can't. And just that 5th inning, then the 10th inning, Matt Joyce, at the top of the 10th, trying to take third base on the fly ball by Rhys Hoskins. Like, what are you doing there? Why? You have JT Realmuto coming up with 2 outs, and you're still in scoring position. Why are you taking that risk to go on third base? I just don't understand it. And then you got Roman Quinn throughout the ball game getting picked off at first base because he has no idea what the hell he's doing on the base path. Yeah, you understand why I really hate Roman Quinn. And yeah, the Matt Carpenter home run, it was in Roman Quinn's glove and he dropped it when he hit the wall. Catch the damn ball. That's why I'm not blaming Aaron Nola as much, because Roman Quinn had it in his goddamn hand. Catch it. Seal the ball away and don't let it drop out of your glove. Catch the goddamn ball. If that's Bryce Harper in that situation, he probably catches it. Just saying. And the Phillies in this ballgame, they got the first run once again. JT Realmuto, driving Alec Bowman with an RBI double, making it 1-0. But then it comes to that bottom of the 5th inning. The Phillies have their chances to score runs in this ballgame, and they don't. They just don't do it. You go to that 5th inning, and I just don't understand what happens in this 5th inning on a pop, just a simple fly ball to center field. Just a simple one. Kintzner, fly ball. What the hell is Odubel Herrera doing out there? Why isn't he sprawling out to try to make the catch? He lets the ball literally fall right on his feet, and then he falls for the ball. And then he tries to throw the Kintzner out at second base, and then Scott Kingery tried this half-ass tag where he didn't touch him at all. So you got a man on second. Nola does eventually get the second out of the inning, but then he would intentionally walk Sosa for some reason. I have no idea why you're doing that. I can understand Sosa had a hit earlier in the ballgame, but why are you intentionally walking him? I just don't understand that decision. Because now you got 2 runners on base. I understand Matt Carpenter has not been good this year, but he made you pay for intentionally walking Sosa. He did. Nola, hanging curveball. Carpenter takes it to right, lands in Roman Quinn's glove, and he drops it into the goddamn bullpen. And it turns into a 3-1 Cardinals lead. But then the Phillies, they eventually do get a response in that 7th inning. Nick Maton, he gets on. Andrew McCutcheon then doubles again to drive in Nick Maton to make it a 3-2 ball game. And then Alec Bohm singles to center field, which allows Andrew McCutcheon to score, where he's going by the stop sign from Dusty Woffin, and he ties the ball game up at 3. So the Phillies managed to respond, so I'll give them that. They managed to tie the ball game up, but then they have just so many other chances to drive runs in. They do. They went 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't get anything else done. Nothing in the 6th inning. They got those runs in the 7th inning. Rhys Hoskins struck out. JT struck out with Alec Bohm on base, so you weren't able to drive him in. 8th inning, nothing happening there. Herrera comes in. Brad Miller comes in. Roman Quinn, nothing. Just absolutely nothing. You go to that 8th. You go to the 9th inning. Nothing happens. You don't get any runners on base. You go to the 10th inning, get Matt Joyce on second base because of the whole stupid gimmick rule with the extra innings that I absolutely goddamn hate. So, yeah, you do nothing in that inning. And you had your chances. You had your chance in that 10th inning to try to drive the run home. It just didn't work. It just did not work out. You got Alec Bohm striking out. You got Rhys Hoskins flying out into that double play, which for some reason I don't know why Matt Joyce was trying to take second base. I have no idea in the world. And also another question that I can consider: why is David Hale coming out in the bottom of the 10th inning? Why don't you just bring Hector Neris back out? Hector Neris didn't throw that many pitches in the 9th inning, so I would have brought him out for another inning of work. Just why not get him through that bottom of the order? Why bring in David Hale? I just don't understand it. So he does get the first out of the inning, but it does manage to move the base runner over the third base. And then for some reason, we're intentionally walking Justin Williams to face Sosa. We intentionally walked Sosa earlier in the game, but now we're walking someone to face Sosa to get the double play factor in. And then you're playing shallow defense in the infield, which still doesn't make any sense. Like, just face Williams, and if you get a ground ball, you can throw home and then throw to first base to get a double play. I just don't understand that mindset. Why are we intentionally walking Williams? Are we just doing the righty-righty battle? I don't understand it. And you get that so sad bat. David Hale throws the wild pitch, gets by JT. Maybe he could have done a better job blocking it, but it gets behind him. He tries to throw him out at home, and no. The Cardinals win the ball game. Almost what the Phillies did, but they didn't. So very, very frustrating. If we go to the box score for today's ball game, let's start with the pitchers. Aaron Nola goes 6 innings, allows 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and the home run allowed to Matt Carpenter. Honestly, you could have said Aaron Nola could have went the 7th inning, but the Phillies were in that position in that top of the 7th inning to try to get a run home. So I understand that completely, to try to pinch it for him just to get those runs in. Romero does his job, goes 1 inning in the 7th, gets out of that. Brogdon, fantastic in his inning of work, didn't pitch that many, and he also grounded the ball with his bare hand to throw it out for the final out inning, so good for him. Hector Neris does his job in the 9th inning after plunking Nolan Arenado. He gets 2 strikeouts, and then David Hale does David Hale things, and he threw the wild pitch, only recording 1 out in that inning. We go to the lineup. Andrew McCutchen actually had a decent day at the office today. 5 for 2 with an RBI, and he also scored a run, but he did also strike out twice. Alec Boehm had a nice day for him as well. 2 for 5, 1 run scored, and 1 RBI. Rhys Hoskins, not a great day at the plate. He struck out twice, and he left 4 runners on base. JT Realmuto, good day for him at the plate. 3 for 2, 1 run scored, 1 walk. So, good day for him. Odubel Herrera, just terrible at the plate. Hasn't got a hit yet since being called up. 0 for 4, and he left 4 runners stranded. He struck out once as well. Scott Kingery actually got a hit, for Christ's sake. He went 1 for 3, struck out once. Roman Quinn, 1 for 4. Struck out once, left 2 runners on base. Maton goes 2 for 4. It's not good enough. Just not good enough. And like I said, we left runners in scoring position. We were 2 for 9, and we left 7 runners on base. It's just, the lineup definitely hurts not having a guy like Didi Gregorius or Bryce Harper in it. And who knows if Bryce Harper is going to be ready enough to go when the Phillies come back home tomorrow to play the Mets for that 3-game set on the weekend. So hopefully he can be ready. He did say that he got the CT scan. Nothing was there. Didn't look like he had any swelling or bruising. He was in the dugout too. So looks like he's fine. Hopefully he would be ready to go for that weekend series against the Mets. But who knows? Who knows at this point? D. Gregorius, he was having soreness where he got hit at last night in the ribs. So hopefully that's just something that eventually goes away. And then he can be ready for this weekend series as well, because definitely we missed 2 of those guys in the lineup tonight. We did. And even though Bowman, McCutchen, JT, they did their jobs at the office today, the rest of the lineup, I'll say Nick Maton actually got his job done as well. He got a couple of hits in this ball game too. So those guys did their job. A guy like Rhys Hoskins today wasn't good enough. That bottom of the order, Odubel, Roman, Scotty, not good enough. Just not good. And if we look at the series coming up for the Phillies, it's going to be a fun one against the New York Mets. We got a game tomorrow, 7:05. Anderson's going to be on the mound for the Phillies, and Stroman's going to be on the mound for the Mets. And we all know what Marcus Stroman did in his first 2 starts against the Phillies this year. So, that definitely don't expect any high offense from the Phillies tomorrow. Then you got Taijuan Walker on Saturday against Zach Wheeler. That'll be a 6 o'clock game on Saturday. And for Sunday, I would assume that would be Zach Eflin on the mound. I got to see who he would be facing that night. It looks like it's going to be David Pedersen. So we got Anderson, Wheeler, and Eflin on the mound this weekend. We definitely need to win this series against the Mets. And then after that series against the Mets, we will be facing the Milwaukee Brewers for 4 straight games at home. And the Brewers, they're no joke. The Brewers are a really good team. They got really good pitching. They got really good hitting. They're just a overall really good team. And man, Corbin Burns too. He's been lights out fantastic. And I will be very afraid. Actually, I want to see if Corbin Burns he's most likely scheduled to pitch in the series against the Phillies. I would assume so. It's not Monday. Let me check Tuesday if he pitches on Tuesday. Right now, okay, we're in the TBD section of those games. So let me see. Wednesday maybe? Maybe. If the my MLB app allows me to do it. Nope. We are in the TBD section when you get to Tuesday, Thursday, and Wednesday. So I would assume Corbin Burns pitches for Milwaukee. That's just me being excited because he's been so electric this year for Milwaukee. But you just got to be better. The Phillies really need to be better. And if we look at the NL East standings, Phillies are in second place, half a game behind the Atlanta Braves. They're 12-13 now, and they're also technically tied with the Mets in third, who are in third place, a half game behind the Braves as well. They're 9-10. So like I said, a lot of these funks are going around baseball. The struggles with the offense, not scoring enough runs. So it's just a common theme right now throughout Major League Baseball, and it's just really frustrating because the Phillies are struggling offensively, and the bullpen at some points, even though the bullpen ERA this year is the worst in the MLB, even though they have some bright spots in that bullpen, it just feels like sometimes, and it's been fairly recently, the bullpen just, coughs it up like are really accustomed to the past few seasons. So, yeah, definitely very frustrating. This was a series that you had to win, and you didn't do it. You split it. In a normal circumstance, I would have taken a even series. I would have taken a split, but what happened in Colorado, you lost that series to that terrible-ass team. This was a mandatory series win, and you didn't get the job done. You got four wins on this road trip, and you actually got 3 wins on this road trip and 3 losses, so you split it. So you gotta, I guess the Phillies, what they need, home cooking. Coming up against the New York Mets. Yeah, let's see what they can do this weekend. And I know tonight's going to be hectic with the NFL draft and everything, so definitely stay tuned for that later. So what are your thoughts on this video, everyone? What are your thoughts on this Phillies game today? Aaron Nola, everything. Just everything in that goddamn ball game. Just everything. Don't forget to leave those comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. Their links will be in the description below. They're doing a lot of coverage today for the NFL draft, so definitely go check them out. And don't forget to check out the links to the Flyer Up Podcast merchandise website and also for Flyers and Nitty Gritty. They will be in the description below as well. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, everyone. And I will see you next time.